Good evening, y'all. Welcome to another map rando race. We keep doing these no matter how many complaints I send to HR, so here we are, doing comms on them as well. We got a pretty fun matchup actually here. Desseler versus Karterfreak, two very skilled runners. Both pretty similarly seated, if I'm not mistaken. I am Derp, joined by Change. Change, why don't you tell us more about this lovely race we've got going on?
All right, this is a round 3 lower bracket gold match between the 25th seed Desseler and the 30th seed Karterfreak, and it's a season 3 multicat. So we got gravity 9 plus 1, which means we got gravity, which goes all full underwater free movement, and 9 E-tanks plus 1 reserve, which means they'll be doing some hell runs hopefully here.
Well, they're going to be putting that gravity to good use right away. You see Karterfreak starting at the bottom of that pre-plasma spark room. Going to need gravity or high jump to get from the bottom out of there. So, gravity does the trick.
Yeah,
a pretty close map as well. You can see Carter actually, we're pausing to sync the streams as Carter pauses, so we get an extended look. We can appreciate those luxuries when they come, because they do not very often. There are a lot of people who are really good at reading the map in the community nowadays.
That is true. They are quick on that map a lot of the time.
This looks like the right way, though. Or not.
There's
the morph is really valuable. We actually spawned at the top of climb supers, so I wouldn't be surprised to see the runners just run all the way back to spawn, check what that item is.
Yeah, I would expect that straight up to head straight back there. So that would be the most logical play. We'll hopefully not get just a filler back there, but we will see shortly.
Yeah, we will see. It is a power bomb, so that will open up the tube if they want to go back towards the map. I would say that's the most logical play. Could also check some of the doors here. Both are reasonable, but it looks like both players are going back towards that tube.
Yeah.
Or not. Desseler's going to go up.
All right. Could pay off. There could be another way towards that map, but we will have to see. Nope. But that's a really good find with 9 E-tanks. Full health refill is often very nice.
Desseler actually paused through the door, so they gotta they turned the lights off for a second. Had to do a second pause to turn them back on. Looks like the map is down Alcatraz, if I'm reading the map correctly.
Yeah, that's indeed where it is, so quite a nice map to get. No Fantoon here.
So we will see what we have. There's a major down at the bottom of tube. And then an X all the way to the left.
And top left X and a major, so. And either one of those could be supers. We'll have to see which one they head towards. But first of all, nice obligatory spacer pickup.
There's another major bottom left. Didn't see that. Yeah, that's the one through get
main
it?
hall.
No, we need supers first.
We need supers first, yeah. Gotta head up.
Like one of those X's was speed locked as well. I believe that was Frog Speedway. It might have been shorter though.
Yeah, that is Frog Speedway there. So yeah, one of the X's is speed locked. Only the top one is achievable right now. But it's through amphitheater, so that's fun.
Yeah, not the nicest. We
had a problem here.
Yeah, just a little stream black restart. Should be back soon.
We got an admin right on that, so we did not have
Looks like we're back, and it looks like both of them are heading through Amphitheater. So gonna go for that top left X.
There you go. Yep.
Might be back.
Yeah. Very shortly here. There we go. Starting up again. Thanks to Phoenix for all his hard work.
Just like taking a little bit of damage, but luckily,
yeah,
got a lot of tanks. As mentioned, the 9+1, no joke. Unless you're doing a lot of heated rooms in a row, it will get you through pretty much anything.
Yeah, 9+1 can get you through the reverse amphitheater. So, not intended when hard logic, but you can do it. We also have Lava Dive on the right side towards both of the new zones. Meridia and Turian are on the top right side there, so will be an interesting path out.
Yeah, fairly likely this is Varia suit then, because I believe hard logic will never force you to go into Lava Dive without both suits.
I don't know offhand. I think if you have space jump it might, but I don't really know offhand how much requirements are for that.
I know right to left, it'll always force both suits.
Yeah, it likes to have high jump at the very minimum. High jump or space with gravity, so those are the bare minimum, I think.
Looks like high jump was the item, so... Karterfreak with a small lead at the moment.
Yeah, just slightly ahead there.
Yeah, a big part of it was just not checking the door that ended up being the health refill.
Alright, so...
There's not been a lot of room for divergence.
Doesn't look like there's many X's left over here, so it doesn't look like we'll get supers here.
Yeah, there was one we actually both missed, but it's another super locked one.
That is true.
Through the grapple escape green gate.
Yeah. Boyon gate / grapple tutorial 3.
So it looks like we're going to a new zone. Everything else is super locked.
Yeah. And it's only Turian because Meridia is at the top of Green Pirate / super locked. So only one option from here.
The seed continues being pretty linear, which is kind of nice, but it's... I think a big reason a lot of people liked this mode was because it kind of allowed you to be more non-linear and not just a pick a path way, where because you start with so much health and you have so much access to the map, you can play a lot of different styles and go a lot of different ways, and it kind of evens out. So having a really linear 9+1 seed is kind of taking away the point of the mode. So it's a little disappointing, but I'm sure the runners are not going to be too upset about it.
Yeah, there'll still be decisions to be made later in the seed, I'm sure. But yeah, so far, pretty linear. Yeah. With the Season 3 multi-cap, that's definitely the case for a lot of the categories there with Varia plus movement and the double suit. And those all have the map very open to you at the start of the game. At least as soon as you get Morph. Morph subtracts a lot of that movement from that if you don't find it early.
You got another fairly close map here in Turian. Just across moat, looks like. Another power bomb. We're up to 15. No supers yet, though.
No. Did he peek the chip shop item? I don't think he did. So
he did not. Just be there. It is an X, so good chance that's a super. We've got a Kraid here. We've got a lot of majors.
Yeah. One right behind Kraid there. Need those supers to... Well, you don't need the supers to get through there, but you'd want them. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And a decent amount of X's. I can see. Another 4 after that moat one, it looks like.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
power bombs keep coming, don't they?
Yeah, just nothing but power bombs, huh?
We can't even really fight Kraid. I mean, we can.
You can,
5
but
missile fight, but that's kind of miserable.
that is miserable. I don't like that fight at all. That is a bad fight.
The 20 missile fight is a little less miserable. Carter has to be a little careful, though. We have not found a good refill. Oh, never mind. It's a blank, of course.
Mm-hmm.
All right, a 15 missile fight isn't that miserable.
No. Yeah.
My apologies.
At 10, you can do a quick kill, so it's from there it gets a little easier. It's very hard to get the quick kill at 10. There's map, and they did get X-ray here, so I'd imagine that the next progression will be in that aqueduct with the snail clip.
Yep, I'm sure both runners know how to snail clip without the X-ray.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but with it,
just makes it
a
little easier.
The logic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's a bunch of majors in the sand pits as well. So we'll see if Carter. I didn't see if you could get back from them.
Yeah, it's just missile locked, so it's fine. There's also X down the pit too, so.
There's also this nice ship refill.
Yep.
Imagine we'll see desseler do this as well.
Mm-hmm.
Mama turtle, we can't get up there yet.
No. Need one of them can flies for up there. But we do have the way into Meridia now, and a way into Brinstar at the top and bottom of that wrecked ship shaft, so. But we did see that the green pirate shaft was actually completely empty of items, so that's actually amazing with 2 item slots there, but both of them were empty.
Yeah, it turns out taking over 10% of the items out of the pool means there are a lot less items to find.
Mm-hmm.
We get our supers finally, as well as a speed booster. Gonna be nice.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Could go after these sand pits. Could see one of the runners go to the top right of ship. There's another X at Mama Turtle. And X's are really valuable in this mode because you already have everything you need to beat the game minus ammo as soon as you find Morph Ball, basically. And as I was saying that, we find Charge, so now it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Now we're just playing majors. But that X is still relatively quick to get if you want to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if they get to 15, that pretty much almost puts them go mode almost. It wouldn't need too many shots for Ridley, but still quite a few at just a couple of beams and charge there.
Yeah, this is a pretty comfortable go mode minus Ridley, essentially.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, the 50 shot, or I guess it wouldn't be 50, it'd be like 43 or 44 shot fight now.
Looks like Carter is going for this X. Again, it's pretty close.
Yep.
Aren't even going to go for the missile, just going for the X in the wall. It is, of course, another power bomb. Carter's not even going to keep it.
He's like, nah, screw that. I don't need that many power bombs.
Alright, so there's a major behind Kraid that we've been putting off because we didn't have a good Kraid fighting loadout pre-supers. And then up or down is the choice.
Mm-hmm.
I would maybe be tempted to go to Meridia because we know it links back to the starting area. I believe that was Criteria.
Yeah.
So it's also a little bit smaller if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think so. Bryn and North are almost the same size, and then Meridia, then Criteria, and then Curry, and then Wreck Chip. Usually how it goes. All right, let's see how karterfreak's trade kill is.
Wait, anticipation. Nicely done by karterfreak. Textbook quick kill.
Mm-hmm.
The reward is plasma beam. Okay, now we're This is actually pretty comfortable. This is a very doable Ridley fight now.
Yeah, that's pretty easy with 9+1. For sure.
So we're boss hunting now. Looks like Carter is going to go up to Meridia. We'll see if Desseler does the same after their quick kill.
Yep. We'll see whether that's optimal or not so optimal. Never know where all the bosses are hiding at any point.
Looked like another good one. I stepped away for a second though.
Yep. Well, nice quick kill from Desseler there for sure.
I also didn't see where the Meridia map was. I don't know if Carter's paused yet.
I don't know either. Offhand if he's paused.
We were watching another beautiful great fight.
We'll see shortly, I guess, with Desseler's mapping. I'm sure he'll pause as soon as he hits a junction here.
Looks like this is a Fantoon setup. Perhaps.
It does look like it, doesn't it?
I probably would have still checked that door if I were Carter.
Looks like
in the cubby.
Yeah. He's going straight down. It's interesting. I would probably start top down myself.
Plenty of different options. Desseler gonna blind into this super that. Well, this isn't gonna be Fantoon, as we actually know it's connected to a down door as well.
Just taking a save. Hasn't found West Ocean yet, so doesn't know that it's likely Fantoon, but we'll soon shortly here.
Yep. So Fantoon is confirmed in the cubby now.
Yep. Now Desseler knows that the map's here. He's probably like, it's Fantoon.
So Carter going straight to the cubby. This is another really easy boss with the equipment we've gathered. Charge, Plasma, X-Ray.
Yep. Should be a one round for both of our players here. We'll see if they can get that switch up very quickly here, or if it'll... I always take till the wrap around. I never get it on the first pass.
Carter didn't menu X-ray. So
not quite.
Still going to get a 2-round.
Yeah.
Gives opportunity for Desseler to catch up, especially if this is a slow. Fortunately, it's just a mid. Not as punished as it could have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still a very close race.
Yeah. Still in the same room, so... We'll see if there's anyone else here. Yeah, Desseler does take a little bit to menu that X-ray, but is getting the one.
Need to X-ray Fantoon that many times.
No, that's a little overkill, but you know, want to make sure the ghost is dead. Ooh. Carter missing the spark there for the missiles up top. Unfortunately, will cost him a little bit of time.
Yeah, Desseler already did that, so we're going to be pretty close to synced up entering the map. You also already got this super, which I think was maybe a little bit of a mistake, because you're going down this way anyways from after Fantoon. But that's okay. Alright, so Carter going to see that X. There is a far major. I think you don't care about that. You might go for the one top right of Everest. And then there's the Norfair. So the 50-50 kind of continues if you want to go back down to Bryn or continue to N.
Yeah.
And I would say you probably just keep going to N and pretend Bryn doesn't exist until it does and you feel bad for going back.
It's like, when you hit Mother Brain in Norfair, you're like, I should have went the other way.
You're missing Dragon. It's like,
Yes. Well,
you foiled me again.
So good. Yeah. This is probably the point where they may diverge. That is one of the biggest divergence points here. Whether they hit up going back down or straight back up. Warfare can take a long time because it is the largest zone. So, a good pivot save here from Desseler. I like that quite a lot. That is, I think, the most central save that you can get between these three zones that are connected here. And Carter going to do the same
not
thing.
go for that major. Just going to go straight to Warfare.
He's pretty much go mode now. The only thing he's missing is a way through pants.
Yeah, I mean, Ice Beam is nice.
Yeah.
I guess you have so many power bombs that even bombs doesn't do much. I was like, maybe Screw Attack helps if you have to go through like a gauntlet room or something.
Yeah.
the helpful items are not not high. Spring Ball is okay, but not going to get us anywhere. And with that, was Carter going for this far major? Surely not, right?
That is. But we don't want. Oh, he is going to go for it. That is interesting.
Yeah, this is a big time commitment. It's not as big as it looks because it's up 2 elevators and then a long vertical shaft in the green elevator. So it's not as bad as it looks, but it's still a big time commitment here.
Norfair map quite a distance up now.
Norfair map is not close.
No.
So the streak of nice maps does not continue for us.
And there's that pants room. Hopefully there's a way around that.
Uh-oh. This could be big if that grapple or ice is up here for Carter. Looks like we can just get around it, though.
No.
It actually
there's a way around. Huh? So. Yeah, it doesn't really lead anywhere but here, so not too bad there.
There's Varia, so that could technically matter.
Yeah, that makes it a lot safer to do everything now for Carter.
Actually, the room between pants and the exit to ice escape, is that a 3-tile high room or a 2-tile? Because that could be Ridley.
Just 2-tile. It could be Ridley, yeah. Bat Cave, Ridley. I don't know if there's, I guess, the CAC room too. Don't know if we've seen any of those.
Meridia Elevator. The
that's
Forgotten
true
Highway
too.
one.
That's true, yeah. I guess this room too. Well, no, you don't have anything below that. You have a save, so can't do that one. And there's GT. That's a fun guy to find. Oh, he's gonna go straight through GT.
Easy fight with Plasma.
Yeah, that's true.
Just gotta make sure you get GT into the corner.
Yeah, this many tanks, it should be free. He can even CF if he needs to. So
this fight is so fast with Plasma because they all double hit, and Plasma already does so much damage.
Ooh. Gotta hit those charge shots though.
Desseler a little bit frustrated. He shorted 2 or 3 charge shots in a row.
Yeah,
but as long as there's not heat on the other end of this, we should be fine.
And it is a nice room. Good farm, big pink, 3 items. Maybe you can fill up with an E-tank here, and he's close to the map. And
there's a
unfortunately, Ridley's in the way. We'll see if he can get around Ridley to get to this map. He might just kill too.
Yeah, so this is a big deal though. Because Carter has Varia. As soon as they get to this Ridley, they'll just be able to do it.
Yeah, just instantly start blasting. So,
but that will take a while because of how much of a time commitment Varia was.
Yeah,
and that E-tank is actually really big. I would like to see Desseler just go straight to Ridley. Don't bother with the other items here.
Straight back to Ridley, I think. Yeah, especially because it's on the way to map. Yeah. That is an extra valuable Ridley with the map behind him.
Even a second tank. It is a reserve, so not as nice, but...
Should be a fairly easy Ridley here for Desseler. I wouldn't imagine he has any problems with the amount of shots he has to put in. What is it, 8 shots charge beam if he wants, or just a little bit less if he wants missiles?
I don't know. I usually count half in these situations. Just do like a 12 and 12. Save the supers for if something goes catastrophic.
That is probably a good idea. Yep.
Yeah, honestly, with how far away Varia was, Desseler can fail this probably once and still be in the lead. pretty comfortably.
It's going to do a little bit of everything. Putting some missiles in there for fun.
Yeah, I don't like using the missiles. It's just slower than both of your other damage options.
Looks like he can finish off now with supers if he wants.
Missed one, so
that one looked like
one
missed,
more.
Yeah, missed 2, 3. Unfortunately,
a couple more charge shots, but
yeah,
got enough health. It's fine.
Yeah, it's pretty easy here.
Ridley's not cooperating, though. Of course.
No, he doesn't like to do that. He doesn't want to cooperate. But
nice grab, actually.
Don't
know how calculated it was, but that will make the end of the fight nice and easy. And the map is right here. I maybe would have picked up more of those drops, but that's okay.
Does get a heater room beyond that, but has the 2 reserves pretty much full, so he'd be fine.
Yeah, there's a health refill too, just through the power bomb. And what do you know? Guess who's not here?
Yep, there's the mother brain too. So we had a spiky platform tunnel before mother brain, so ice will be very valuable if they can find it.
How do we get back, actually? Because we can't get back through GT. Desseler's going to run into that.
Bottom of Big Pink looks like will be the answer.
Okay.
No, we haven't seen Dragon at all, so still a mystery where the shrimp is.
We're going to have to backtrack all the way back to Bryn, and then come all the way back to Mother Brain, and then basically go all the way back in the escape, because the ship's in Turian.
Yeah, it's going to be an up and down, isn't it? Like, top to bottom, top to bottom, yeah. We got... It's going to be quite a long escape, too. We're going to have probably a couple minutes of escape here.
Yeah, you see a seed like this, and you're really happy that both of the runners did the same thing, because if one runner went down and the other went up, the game just ends right there, because you don't have to do... You get to skip one of the 2 entire world backtracks for Dragon. And, like, maybe you get baited into, like, a wreck ship, but even then, I think that's still less bad than what both of our runners have to do here. So it's a good thing they both ended up doing the same thing, IMO. At least for the viewing experience. I'm sure the runners do not feel good about it.
Yeah, they would rather have gone down, for sure. But,
yeah, speaking from experience, you're going to be spending the rest of the seed basically going like, maybe my opponent did that and it was kind of slow, but they're still ahead of me. Like, basically, until you're in escape, you're going to be thinking that you're probably going to lose because of this 50-50. And so that's going to be a lot of extra pressure on our runners. We'll see if they're able to execute nonetheless.
Desseler will avoid the party room major. It was just up there, but a decent amount of time spent going for that if he goes for that. Because he'd have to backtrack through a few rooms just to get out.
I mean, you could go down bowling if you wanted.
Yeah. Nice quick way through there, right?
Yeah. Gives you a little break, stretch your legs.
Yeah, gotta get up and get your drink sometime, right?
Hey, Desseler's been rocking the Coca-Cola glass every seed that I've seen.
Yeah. Gotta stay hydrated during your matches. Right? Yeah. And of course, karterfreak's always got the 2 links on top of each other as a sprite, so it's nice to see the custom sprites too. That's one of my favorite, actually, the 2 links on top of each other.
Yeah, it's a lot better than some of the custom sprites I've seen people use.
I mean, there's some cursed ones out there for sure.
Was it Sunwoo who used the backwards sprite in a race?
I think so. Yeah. I've seen the mini Samus too. I think Aussie used that in one of his races. It's that's an interesting one.
Yeah, I remember Aussie used the chair a lot.
Yeah. I forget who else uses the chair quite regularly. There's another runner that uses it quite regularly.
That's a pretty trolly map.
Oh yeah, I thought that was close, but there's an elevator in the way.
Not exactly.
Yeah.
We're going the wrong way.
Yep. No, it does not look like the way to the map at all.
It looks like this is gonna take us through. Oh, it doesn't even take us anywhere. Never mind.
just dead ends in the middle of nowhere. Unfortunately. Oh yeah, that's difficult. Definitely an interesting one to get to.
Yeah, this is a G mode setup if I've ever seen one.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know if either of our runners are gonna pull that one out though.
I doubt it. I know Carter plays a lot of higher tier seeds, so I wouldn't be surprised him pulling out something like that. But yeah, I know last race I was casting Carter and he did the fish tank UWJ, so that was pretty impressive. He first tried it, so was pretty nice to watch. He did not, unfortunately, win that race. It did not pay off for him.
Well,
It
it's
was
about
nice to
style
see.
points sometimes.
Yeah.
This is looking promising. Of course, it's kind of miserable. We have to fight a likely required spore spawn, at least for the map.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a nice one shot here as long as he can hit the charge shot here. So.
Yeah, it can be a little tricky because of how wide your beam is with wave, but desseler has no problems with it.
Mm-hmm.
And you're seeing karterfreak going up the elevator, going to be doing the same things. So
Yeah. You think
technically had an opportunity to catch up, but it was never actually happening. I think you're always going up the elevator here.
Yeah, you see the map up, you're like, this will connect, right? Just
Actually, don't know if this connects. That's a interesting room to find.
Fun room, yes, definitely. Could definitely connect up that way now. Does have that left path on the top there.
I believe it does. I didn't see if desseler paused.
No, yeah, it does look like it would connect. Does connect to that. What was it called? I don't even remember the name of that room. I never remember the name of that room for some reason. The one before first missiles.
Construction zone?
Construction zone. Yeah, that's the one. Construction zone.
Okay. A little scary here for desseler. Again, no Varia means he had to do some farming for this room. Takes a pirate hit, which is not a good start. But once you get out of the bottom of worst room, you're generally in the clear. Like there's room for more mistakes, but the rest of the room is fairly easy.
Yeah. Oop,
that
tries
was
to
a
jump through.
bold play.
Yeah, he tried for the morph over the head, but got clipped a little bit there. But does know there's an unheated room for this. So.
I mean, that could still be bad. We don't know if there's a good farm over here.
Yeah. Another heated room here.
Through the wave gate.
And another heated room. So all heated here.
Okay.
He's got
I would like to see desseler go to the non-heated room, but that's okay. Crystal Flash is through.
That got a little spicy there for a second, but good thinking for desseler.
Okay. Yeah, the map's right here, and we can take the Meridia escape out back into Red Tower. Dragon is, of course... Actually, that's not 2 rooms away. There's a little bit of a trolley map, but we have to go through the bottom right, I believe.
All right.
Or sorry, the middle left. I was wrong, and I got left and right mixed up.
All right. See how well he does with his gate glitch here.
Yeah, another spot. Carter also does not have a lot of supers on hand.
No, he's only down to 4, so.
This race has gotten very close, though. Carter being able to do those 2 heated rooms, the Ridley and the worst room, without the farms that desseler had to do. Just made this race a lot closer.
Yeah,
desseler still holding on to a comfortable lead, but there's a lot of movement left, and if you mess any of it up, things can get scary.
Yeah.
Good setup doing the X-ray, by the way. I will always advocate for doing that. The first shot diagonal and the second shot straight up. Just a little bit faster, getting Dragon in the center so she takes less time to go to her death position. Nice second try. Gate glitch by Carter, by the way. That was an important one to hit.
Saved a little time on desseler there. He had some struggles with that gate glitch. Took a few more shots. Yeah, it'll be interesting because they really need a refill on the way back up to the brain here.
Yeah,
they did see that one at the. No, it's the spiky platform, the lava trippers one.
Yeah, there are full refills on the way. I wouldn't be surprised to see a ship refill actually for desseler to only 2 rooms off of Wreckship main shaft.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a time commitment, though.
But yeah, probably worth it on the way here.
Yeah, I didn't see if there's a closer one. Either way, it looks like desseler is not going to do that. So.
Yeah, without the Zeb skip, it's going to be interesting to see how they do this. Does not look like very good farm on the way.
50 missiles
from here.
There is the post-croc farm that they're going through on the way to Norfair. I wouldn't be surprised to see.
Yeah.
Stop and farm the old-fashioned way.
That is probably the best farm they'll find on the way here. So it's gonna peek though, see if there's anything better.
Not seeing anything. There's a health refill, but that doesn't really help.
I mean, no, that's not very good. They could stop at the Green Pirates, I was thinking, but that's not the greatest place to refill either.
This is enough now. Hopefully desseler doesn't go all the way to full supers. That would be pretty slow. I say as the bugs go crazy on the super drops in that last stretch. That was, what, 7 supers and 3 farms?
See what karterfreak does here for his farm. It'll be an interesting thing if we get some difference here. But good run from both runners so far. Didn't see any real mistakes from either of them. Don't think either of them died this run. So
yeah, it's been a pretty clean performance from both. Looks like Carter's going for a gravity jump.
Looks like it. I'm not going to spark up the top here. Ooh, unfortunate.
They're probably going to go for a spark now. No, still going for gravity. Maybe. Wonder if this was a forgot about speed moment.
Very easy to do for sure.
Either way, Carter's up.
See how many farms he takes.
Assume they have less missiles, so they really want to get full supers here.
Yeah, that's true.
17. We'll see if they can get the last few. This is enough to finish Mother Brain 1 and the Zeds.
Yeah.
I didn't see the exact path to Mother Brain, but I'm going to assume desseler knows where they're going.
Yeah, he's heading the right way, it looks like. He's got to go the right, then down the shaft here.
There's the back. Oh yeah, we got to go across X-ray. That leads to another room. Then we got to go back across.
Yeah.
Whatever the room is called. What did you say it was?
Spiky platforms? Spiky
platforms.
Pillars? Something like that.
I think I've told this story before. I've always called it Bowser's Castle because there's a really old school runner who called it Bowser's Castle. It's got lava and spikes and platforms.
I at some point called it Lava Tripper's Room because it has trippers in it and there's lava, so you know.
I think Lava Trippers is the standard room name.
All right. Salvaria?
I didn't want to keep calling it Bowser's Castle, and people would be like, "What are you talking about? What game are you playing?"
Yeah, sometimes you gotta save the princess too, you know.
I mean, in a sense, you're saving yourself, right?
Yeah, it's true.
Both of our runners are beautiful princesses, of course.
Alright. So into Mother Brain 2 for desseler here. karterfreak grabbing. Where's he headed, actually? He's heading a different way completely.
I think this is still the way to Mother... No, this is not the way to Mother Brain. Carter
He
wait a minute.
He had a little bit of an issue there reading the map. Understandable.
I wonder if they thought that Mother Brain connected at the top instead of at the bottom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of right doors on the big pinks there. Fairly understandable. Could be their problem.
Either way, Carter's on the right track, and it didn't end up mattering. Desseler is still going to finish this fight cleanly. Get damage down a little bit.
At all? Yeah. Should be enough. Fine? I think so. Oh yeah, get your guesses in for the escape here.
It's gonna be a long one. Maybe?
I'd guess.
$155.
2 minutes. Closest we got there, I think. We had a 2:10 guess from our tracker horse girl.
Yeah, a few people were 15 seconds off in chat, looks like. So, if we're going by going over rules, then shout out to Mercurius and Zendero89, the closest guesses that I saw.
Yeah.
It actually isn't that long of an escape because we're already at the bottom of Norfair, so we don't have to go all the way through this area. And then Meridia's really short. So it was not as bad as I initially thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Like this is
the real play here is
rooms away from Everest, and then it's just bottom right leads you to wreck ship main shaft. And the ship's just to the right.
Go.
Yeah, really clean performances by both runners in game one, though. It really did come down to Carter going for that faraway Varia, and because it was Varia, it was almost worth it. Was able to catch up a lot in some of the heated rooms, but the time commitment was just too much. Desseler was able to hold on to the lead.
Yep. Clutch Crystal Flash there, and I think it was Chronic Boost room, so kept his dreams alive at 70 HP there.
Yeah, there were a couple of different moments where things could have gone pretty poorly. The gate glitch was another one I was pointing out, but Desseler was able to handle it all, finishes in first place with an official race time of 41:59. Carter already in the escape, gonna finish it out, it looks like. And that will bring us to game two. Desseler up 1-0. Be a tough position for Carter, but we'll see if they can pull it back. Guess what, we have a second. I need to see the bracket, what the runners are playing for exactly. I believe Tilly was saying in chat that that is their next opponent. Not an easy opponent by any stretch, but
no. Is this the final bracket for silver, or I forget where silver?
Yeah, this is a
silver,
gold lower bracket.
3, so the loser of this goes to silver, right?
I think the loser goes to bronze and the winner advances to silver, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Or is silver just round 2?
Winner stays in gold, and then loser goes down to silver, I think. I think loser's bracket best of round 1 was copper, then round 2 was bronze, and then round 3 will be silver. Yeah, that's right. Okay,
I tried to
figure that out in my head.
Yeah. Either way, Carter going to finish with an official time of 43:27, and so that will wrap up game 1. We'll be back in a few minutes for the next race. See if it's just as exciting as this one. So don't go anywhere. Welcome back to game 2, y'all. Between Desseler and karterfreak. We had a very close race game one could have actually been a lot different. There was a big 50-50 at the beginning where both runners picked what kind of ended up being the wrong way. So we got two pretty similar routes. Desseler able to win off of skipping a far major, which ended up being very for karterfreak. Almost caught them up, but it wasn't quite enough. So that will bring us to game two. So Change, tell us what we got today.
All right, game number 2 is an item draft seed where Desseler vetoed Screw and Carter vetoed Speed. Then Carter picked Space and Desseler picked Grapple, which means we'll start with Space and Grapple, and those other two will be available somewhere in the seed. We will see them hopefully later in the seed. Sometimes we see them right away. Has been the case a lot of the time.
We start with the two X-ray hallway items. I wonder if we have to cross X-ray hall. Perhaps. What do you
there it is. What did you know? What did you? How did you know?
What did he see? Looks like the map is to the left, so probably gonna go that way. Could also opt to go to Meridia.
Yeah,
I actually like this play. Check what this map looks like.
That is true.
It is not closer.
Oh.
It looks like Desseler's going to continue in this direction. So we've got, after a race where both runners did basically the same thing, we got divergence right away, and it looks like it's favoring Desseler with that gravity.
Yeah, grav pickup huge right at the start. Did see another major in there, but no morph, so can't get it. We'll see if this pays off for him. Could very well do.
Yeah, that it depends on how much Carter can get done in Bryn. Obviously can't go through Botwoon E-Tank. Even with gravity, you'd still need morph. It looks like Desseler got blocked as well.
Yeah.
Botwoon. So the gravity is all they can do in that area. So it looks like that's what the seed wanted you to do. Get that grav and continue this way. Where Carter's going. So this could get scary. There's a Kraid. Also can't do that. We have not found any item that does damage to bosses.
Carter did see Everest, so he can go most ways in here as long as he doesn't hit a water room below himself. He can go to both the bottom doors.
Yeah, and the grapple beam kind of baiting them to continue on here. It's looking likely that one of those bottom doors is the answer that Desseler can check safely with the grav.
Yeah.
Nothing we can do in Rickship main shaft.
Nope.
Have to watch the tube animation again.
Up a tube, down a tube. Always fun. Desseler going back over Carter's paths here. See if Carter can find anything around this way. Getting close to that map, but looks like it might be behind this power bomb door.
Yeah, looking that way. We don't have power bombs, and even if we did, we also don't have morph. So can't do much there.
Nope. Gonna check the top of this shaft. That is not they would want you to have a way to destroy these rippers to get up here technically, but it's gonna do it anyway.
Not in logic.
No, they want you to have one of them. Ice, screw attack, power bombs.
Either way does not lead anywhere, and I believe that's the last dead end for Carter. So looks like they are. Well, there's still up the elevator.
He could check the bottom of Everest too, as long as there's not a water room below.
Okay, and I guess that's what's happening. Carter's unfortunately going to do every check before. Okay, now we're going back for grav.
Yeah.
So this doesn't end up being too bad. Desseler is still going to have a slight lead because he won't have to do this backtrack. But again, Carter's going to get gravity. There's a dead end right after, so it's not like Carter can go anywhere else. And we should be fairly synced up.
Yeah.
Desseler may have forgotten about no morph. Maybe just wanted to check the item. It is an E-Tank, which will be nice once we can get back. We have to come back for Kraid anyways, so Desseler can grab that on the way. And Carter probably does the same on the way there.
Yeah, with this gravity, Carter does know about that G4 elevator, so it could be an option for him. He's also got a few other options, like the bottom of Everest, that he can check too. That would be even more unlogic now with gravity.
Yeah, I'm a little curious what exactly. I guess the grapples in space literally were just to get across this room, and then you get gravity step 1, and everything, all these water rooms would open. And so that's all those items were used for in logic.
Yeah. So we got Indiana Jones there. I had a seed early in the season where they wanted you to spark from that Everest into Indiana Jones for morph, which was an interesting piece of logic. We'll see if that comes up again here for our runners, or
the spark at the top left, was it?
You get your spark in Everest, then come down, spark through the blocks, because that's too short of a short charge for hard. But they do get speed here, so that could be very well morph in Indiana Jones. We will see.
Could be.
Karterfreak heading back. Did he not save his gravity?
I don't think they actually. No, they didn't gravity. Check up they didn't check this top door.
Oh, okay, they're just peeking up here.
I think. Did they save after getting grav? Because this is not where you want to be, believe it or not.
No. He's checking now. All right, desseler gets his short charge through Indiana Jones here, and it is morph.
There's that morph ball. So, all right, Carter did have gravity. He's gonna need to go get this speed booster. It looks like that's where they're headed now. So, again, slight lead for desseler, but Carter is on the path to getting the rest of the stuff.
Yep. There we go. Speed for him. I don't think has he peeked into Indiana Jones yet? He might have. He must have, right?
I don't think so.
I know he peeked the bottom right door of Everest, but I don't think he did I don't know if he did the bottom left.
I don't know either.
They know? Okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay. He's gonna go through Botuni tank. Understandable, but unfortunately nothing there for him.
I mean, the double refill could be nice. Probably not, though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab that E-tank, though. Actually, desseler looks like they're gonna check this as well. Perhaps. There is also that other item in Meridia that desseler's known about the whole time. That major you pointed out.
Finally has that morph to get that, but we'll check this refill here.
I feel like there's a decent chance that's like a bombs or something.
Yeah, it could be. Very easily. That would get you through a few places.
Wreck ship main shaft. It could be a logical spazer.
Give us charge beam, so we have to do Kraid. Charge only Kraid. That'd be interesting, at least.
It'd be interesting for us, maybe.
Yeah, not so interesting for our runner, sadly. Charge only Bottoon. That's also an option.
All right. Desseler was able to get this short charge pretty quickly, I believe. We'll see if Carter is able to have similar success with the double link sprite. I don't know what the I don't know what the visual cue is for this sprite, but Carter clearly did. Was able to get that second try.
Yeah, I don't even use the sprite's hitbox at all. I just go by tiles. All right, so both have more
power bomb locked,
and we have bombs now for desseler. Like you said, we did find the bombs there in Criteria or Blueburn Star Tank room. So
definitely puts you in the direction of Wreck Ship main shaft. I would think it both gets you up and it gets you the item.
Yeah, that's a very quite common occurrence there. Grabbing that. Wreck ship shaft major. There's also a few other bomb locations in that room, so can also go through those.
Go to the bottom right door.
All right. Did Carter peek the right side major in Blue Bryn Room? I don't even know if he did.
I have no clue.
Because I know Dessler saw it, but I don't know if Carter did. No, he didn't? Okay. Yeah. Some of those rooms where you can actually touch the side and get a peek on the mini-map, but some rooms you can't. So that's unfortunate for him.
He sees on the map. They know
Yeah.
there is another item there.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
Given what we're looking at, that item is pretty likely to be good. Speaking of good, that spring ball is not really.
No, not really. That's probably just filler at this point.
Spring ball doesn't really do much for us in logic.
No, that's almost definitely filler. He doesn't know there's missiles down here, so that's a good find. First ammo. I think he's peeked this before. Yeah, no, he might not have actually. He didn't peek that, which is interesting.
It was already lit up. We still don't.
Yeah,
have
he might have reverted
map, so.
from there. True. He might have reverted that. That's true. I didn't even think about that.
All right. Good news. Karterfreak is going back for this item. We'll get rewarded with those bombs, and you would have to imagine that they go the same way as Desseler afterwards. Pretty annoying back and forth in this early game. They go get the gravity, all the way to morph, all the way back for bombs, all the way back to progress. Even worse for Carter, who went the wrong way initially. Had to do an extra back and forth.
Yep.
Getting a lot of mileage out of this starting station.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Oof. All right. Dessler peeking another couple of rooms here. Can't get the items in Mission Impossible, but does peek it's a major, and
you really want that high jump, especially with speed. You can see how awkward these jumps are.
Unfortunately,
you're messing them up.
No ammo to speak of, pretty much. So
yeah, cannot just get that quite yet. In jail.
Oof. Not having the most fun through Magdalite there. Yeah,
that's actually a pretty big reset too. That's I believe before entering Norfair.
Yeah, so, he's back behind Carter here. He lost his spring ball at least, and his missiles. So
yeah, spring ball gone, missiles gone, and like you said, Carter's now in the lead.
Yep, ahead right now. Has a little bit less information, but not a lot. Didn't find much over here. See which way. Carter probably head towards the map, maybe? No, he's going to play down. This is where Dessler did start, so same thing.
That's good. Both runners are going to get this missile again. Dessler looks like they might also just be skipping this spring ball. It really doesn't do anything.
No, it's not very useful, especially with space.
I would still probably pick it up. It's early enough in the seed.
Yeah.
Like, there are still things that it saves time with.
Yeah. Okay. Dessler's going to head down Red Tower. Still not looking likely for this map, unfortunately, with no power bombs. We're really lacking ammo this seed. That's the big major hurdle for our runners. And it looks like Karterfreak will head into this Magdalite room, same as Dessler. Will he turn around? Yes, he will. He doesn't have the missiles, so he's not tempted to go through there as much.
Well, they don't know that there's a missile door on the other side. Yeah. But more importantly, there's this save that I'm honestly kind of shocked Dessler didn't take.
That was a pretty big overlook, I think, on his part.
Yeah, pretty big blunder. And unfortunately, it is not getting any nicer because it doesn't look like Bryn has led anywhere.
No.
I didn't see exactly what Dessler did.
There's the red door at the bottom here that he tried, but he had to farm up more missiles for the other side of the door here. I see.
Oh, that's a disaster.
That sucks. Yeah. You get one missile door, then you get another missile door with 5 missiles.
So, what we just saw is actually pretty interesting. You can get the item... There's Fantoon map, again, in West Ocean, but with just bombs, you can get the item behind the face in Firefly Room.
Mm-hmm.
Behind the Fune. Or
That is true.
I don't remember which is which.
He does have Spring Bell too, so makes it even easier.
Fune, right?
Probably Fune. Yeah, I think the Namahes are different. I don't know why, but you know, they both look about the same.
Yeah, the trick to doing that, Carter makes it look easy, but it's actually a little bit finicky. The trick is to what? Didn't get us anywhere.
Yeah, we get another major.
You don't hold the direction until the top of your bomb jump, because if you just hold right the entire bomb jump, you don't clear the gap. But if you press it at the top, then you're able to get across.
This is interesting. Desseler's going to go for the 5 missile crate kill.
Oh my goodness.
If he misses 2, he is stuck. But we will have to farm no matter what. Oh, there's no eye in Fune. Thank you for that information. There's no eyes on them. I gotcha.
Thank you, Kaisington.
Mm-hmm. It's a good way to remember them.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, the bottom of West Ocean is GT locked, so the runners are going to have to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Or at least Carter will. Desseler's on a bit of a separate adventure at the moment.
We got a Crocomire too, so that'll be interesting to see if we get charged anytime soon. Could put that guy into logic there.
I guess that just was a filler spacer then, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know what it could do.
No, there's not much other than the wreck chip shaft.
Really strange that was a filler item, though.
Mm-hmm. They're finding a lot of majors and not much else. Good crate there from Desseler, actually.
Yeah, as good as you can hope for.
Yeah.
Given the layout, the loadout. Excuse me. And
yeah,
Crate was hiding an item.
Yeah, screw attack.
That's
another filler. It unless you're going down like lower Norfair room, but that's unlikely with one tank at this point.
Yeah, all the gauntlet rooms are in logic with just bombs, right?
Yeah, with the tank for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got so many majors, but no ammo. Let's see. This is like they don't want them to have anything. Just those just the majors.
Yeah, I don't think Desseler has gone this way yet. That we're seeing Carter go.
No, this is new.
Bottom right. And guess what? It's another filler major.
Yeah, we Carter just found single chamber. Yeah, that could be put in logic by Screw for sure. That could be another way forwards. That is definitely a Screw attack like thing.
With one tank though.
Yeah, that's pretty rough. You'd probably want at least another one for that to be forwards. Here's the missiles for Carter. He did see those earlier, but never came back for them. Now he has a few more options, and there's ice for Desseler. That puts a few clips in logic with that X-ray.
Yeah, the ice X-ray. It could be logic to go down Hedekuni tank, and
that is true.
That might be a progression. Maybe the X-ray wasn't filler.
Mm-hmm.
After all,
very well be the case. All right, Carter gonna head up this time. Let's see. Did you see a missile door up here?
No idea.
Yeah. Could go through that Magdalite room. That did have a missile door on the other side, and he did peek that. I'm pretty sure. So you just got to be careful through here.
Some good news, by the way. Desseler threw this baby skip. Well, didn't get the skip, but did get a super missile.
Yeah, that's a good news for sure.
For their troubles. Be a little careful about these cacti.
Yeah.
I was able to screw attack the first one. That could have gotten scary, though. We didn't see what was through this pink door, because Desseler took a death.
Yeah. See if there's anything good on the side.
I guess we...
Oh, yeah.
This is how this connected.
Yeah, is this Fantoon up this side? No, not Fantoon up there, so...
In the cubby.
Yep. Back in his little hole. What does he get for the sky missiles? Can't get the
You're
other
kind of
item.
hoping this is another missile.
Gets charge beam.
Not gonna be
He knows about
charge though.
He knows about Croc though, so you know. He
Looks
could
like
go
we're
back
going
to Croc
for
right now.
The 5 missile Fantoon fight. This is gonna be another slow one.
Oh, all right. Desseler gets that another pack of supers up in Aqueduct here. Still missing power bombs though, so
Yeah. Did
this will be a
Carter
slow fight.
scout that bottom right Everest? So it's kind of looking like that's what the Steve
right
wanted you to do. Was just get supers there.
You can't get supers at the bottom right because it's a super door to the bottom right of Everest.
Oh, okay.
So it might have been through the baby that they wanted. It could also be another one. We will see. I guess we might never know. It might have been through that baby. That logical ones.
This is a weird one.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, a really nice little move there from Carter, by the way. Grabbing some of the missiles in that drop pool, but not all of them. So they were able to do a little Doppler and then refill on the missiles afterwards.
Yeah. So far, so good with
his play. That doesn't look like it's going to be rewarded all that much because there's not a whole lot they can do to capitalize on it.
No. All right, Desseler's heading back to the green gate here, trying to find his power bombs here. Could also get the map this way, I think.
All the health drops there for Carter.
Ooh, runs into Lava Dive here. Hopefully he can make it through here.
This is not logic.
Minimal.
Desseler is not going to survive.
Oh, he's not going to make it. Yeah, that's a really unfortunate Brinstar map.
How far back is that? Not far at all.
Yeah, he's doing a good job saving, but we will get our likely first map here for Karterfreak in Norfair. We'll need those power bombs for the Brinstar maps, looks like, unless they get a few more E-tanks or Varia there. Peeks the super missile item there. It's a tank of some sort. Is he going to spark through Megalite?
I think he's just going to blue.
Yeah, just blue. Okay.
The map is nice and accessible here. Just go across the top of Firefleet.
Desseler re-picking up these spring ball. Probably grab high jump here above him too.
Yeah, I would be surprised if Desseler didn't grab that here. Alright, so what else is happening on this map? There's that high jump. Carter never actually scouted that, interestingly enough.
No. Well, I think he's at the top.
Carter has charge, right?
Bottom. Yeah, he does.
Okay. So
he does have
I
charge,
think what Carter saw was the X behind Croc. I believe that's
Yeah,
where they're going to go.
Next. Yep, that's probably his play. Most obvious play for him at this point. Alright, Desseler's grabbing these high jump boots here with his supers. There you go. Excellent Mission Impossible there. Alright. Desseler heading towards this Crocomire. We'll see if he goes immediately for the kill with his ammo here. Could very well
this
do
is
it.
Enough ammo to fight Croc. I don't know if it is in hard logic, but it's a very doable fight with this.
Definitely doable, for sure. Not too difficult with 10-10.
Yeah, not hard at all. Croc trolling Carter a little bit there. Of course, the farm cycle on the very edge of the bridge. But there's our power bomb, so that gets Carter the Bryn map.
Yeah.
Which I believe gives them the the knowledge of the supers that Desseler got.
Yeah. At least a couple more X's on his screen. I'm sure he's checking to see if there's any X's here he can get. Looks like there is one down what is that room? Croc shaft that is accessible, I think, with power bombs.
I didn't see it. I was looking at the one past single chamber, but
yeah,
I don't want to do that on this equipment. You don't have to.
Yeah, it's right at the bottom of the zone there. If you look at it,
I'm not seeing an gettable X. I guess. Yeah, you could go down post Croc. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
There's that X.
Yep.
I believe that actually linked to Big Pink, which had a lot more X's. I don't know if it was accessible though. That might have been through the super block.
Yeah, so the super block. Yeah. So.
Okay.
Unfortunately, unless he gets the super, he's not going into Big Pink, which has another 2 X's connected there. Desseler in a lot better shape for this Fantoon fight than karterfreak was. 10-10, much faster than 5 only. But taking a pivot save here for Carter. If that's power bombs, he's likely to revert them. He might head down, he might not. We will see. It's decently far out of the way. And there is other supers available to him at different points. Still not peaking the high jump now, but that's fine.
Mm-hmm. If it's a super, I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back. Mm-hmm. They're just saying, like, it's a major. They've already seen all of the bad majors, basically. Like, Carter has X-ray, Spazer, Spring Ball. Mm-hmm. Not that these are bad items, obviously, but they're not helpful at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not like, oh, he tried a single chamber there. I was surprised about that. That is risky.
A little bit of a head.
But it does get him more X's than going down to the bottom there. Speed got Carter killed. Yeah, that can mess up your jumps quite a bit in single chamber. You hit the crumbles and fall straight down.
I was not watching Desseler's Fantoon fight, but it looks like it was much cleaner.
Solid, yeah.
Like a 3-round.
Mm-hmm. With the suit and that many tanks, should be pretty easy. Will he go down the post croc here? Looks like he might head that way this time. Much easier X to get this way.
Yep. Also get a nice missile here.
Free missile. Might as well. Want at least 15 of those at some point.
Do you go for that tank in Bomb Teresa?
No,
I honestly think so. I would.
On the way up, if this isn't supers, probably.
Yeah, you check this first. But I would probably do it on the way up.
Yeah. I think I skip it.
The situation was not great. There was actually a second reserve at the Sky, the maze item.
Alright, it is super. So now I think you just head right into Big Pink at this point. So grab the X's in there.
There's another tank you can grab too in the Alpha Power Bomb. If that is.
Yep.
Alright, so Desseler going to get knowledge of the Spazer and X-Ray, seeing those 2 majors on the map.
Yep. Wonderful majors that everyone definitely wants to see. Second tank for Carter now. Making his way up to that go mode. Need at least 3 if you get Varia, but with gravity only, or just no suits, that's 6, preferably. Alright. Couple of beams here for Desseler, so good progression here.
Chat saying this is looking like a quick seed. I could not disagree more. And this has been very slow burn so far.
Yeah, they've taken quite a while to get to this point. They've only gotten the 1 map so far, so pretty slow at this point.
Yeah, Bryn map has been accessible for Carter for a while, but has instead opted to get all these items in Norfair.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a Mother Brain here. Have we panned all the way to the left? Is there anything past Plasma Park room?
There's nothing over there. There's just a couple of tanks over that way. That's all that's over by Mother Brain there. Mother Brain and ship connected there, so...
Change would never lie to me.
No, I wouldn't. I'm a good boy. I know everything. I'm omnipotent here.
Desseler took some time to look at the map, really plan out
Mhm.
their moves after this croc. Fortunately, this will be the power bombs that they
Yeah.
have been desperately searching for almost
Mhm.
30 minutes now. Will probably be 30 minutes. Well, this croc fight should be fast enough.
Yeah.
Desseler will beat the clock there,
Yeah.
just barely.
So karterfreak got his power bombs first, and desseler got his super missiles first, which is an interesting difference there.
I wonder where Carter's headed here. Does this lead to... I guess there's another X.
Yeah,
With 3
there's an
tanks,
X
it's
down
not
here.
too hard to grab.
No, not from this side. From the other side, pretty hard through the one way, but this way is pretty free. We'll have to deal with spiky
there's also the refill at the bottom of Big Pink, so you don't have to worry too much about lost health.
Mm-hmm.
What you have to worry
deal
about
with
is getting
robots,
through all
though.
this nonsense.
Yeah, robots suck. We don't like robots here.
Hopefully this is a super, so it's at least worth Carter's time. And it is.
That's good. That's excellent news for him.
Yeah, and remember, this is before getting the 2 supers that were in Bryn that Desseler got through Baby and through Aqueduct. So that's 30 for Carter, in theory.
Yeah,
I don't know if they'll end up doing the Baby skip for the far one.
Yeah, that's a pretty slow super. But it could be worth it, because that's 30 right there, if that's the closest one.
The other thing I'm looking at is I'm interested to see if Carter goes back for that high jump. Again, they never scouted it. They don't know what it is, but every major that Carter doesn't have is good here. Like, the worst is Wave, and actually Wave is pretty bad, but everything else is really good. Plasma, obviously. You've already got Charge X-Ray. Varia is Varia Suit. Screw Attack speeds up a lot of rooms that we have yet to see. I don't think we've seen either Gauntlet room on the map. Oh, I lied. Was that a Gauntlet or was that Shack Tool?
Shack Tool. We got pillars into Shack Tool up there, so Screw Attack would help with pillars, but just to save beyond Shack Tool, unfortunately. So you're not going that way.
Maybe not.
Ship. No.
It's gonna be a nice escape.
And he is going to check high jump here, so I can check from the
scout
bottom
it first. I might be tempted to just go for it. Let it rip.
Yeah. Knowing the remaining majors is probably you just go for majors if you want.
If you fall into Wave Beam, it's like whatever. It's a better beam.
Yeah. Well,
you're definitely
the big major to see here is whether they'll get ice here from top left of ship. That seems like a pretty not good short charge, so probably would want ice for that Mother Brain.
So at the end of it all, Desseler still maintaining a small lead, it looks like.
Yeah.
Less ammo on hand. Carter was able to get a lot more supers, so there's another pack. Also has that Kraid kill over Carter.
Oh, that is true.
So, currently in the lead, but not by a massive amount. There's a Dragon that I guess you just go for, right?
Dragon and a major up there, so yeah, definitely going up there with that grapple.
It's a lot of heat you have to get through, though.
Yeah.
That's Rising Tide into the first half of Lower North Elevator.
Yeah. So
high five.
One of the bigger, same room.
I didn't see
it. It is fine to go.
They made contact.
Yeah, they were in the same room, at least in party room. They might have been a little bit off, just slightly. I think Desseler might have been going down, and while Carter was going up to the item, but fairly close there. I think the biggest difference here is that Carter has 2 majors towards Dragon, so he's even more incentivized to go towards Dragon, whereas
there's that that ended up being Ice Beam, I believe.
Yeah. It was indeed Ice Beam, so that's a great major to find for him. He'll have the same beam as Desseler at that point.
Get the Dre. They'll be able to do Crate on the way back to Meridian Wreck Ship. I believe were the two areas on the right.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
The health situation is also a little bit more awkward for Desseler. It's technically the same amount, but
yeah,
having 3 tanks versus having 1 plus 2 is definitely a difference. I might actually be inclined to try to refill some. I think
it can be.
I think the reserves are going to pop up the elevator here.
Oh, yes, they should.
I guess
those reserves can actually come in handy though, because of like things like that and pause abusing if you're used to it. Like karterfreak might die going up the elevator here just because he doesn't have those reserves.
This should be enough, but it's going to be really close. Yeah, I think it's with fast elevators. 20. It's like 50.
Yeah, he'll be able to 20 here or something. 40. Okay,
less than that, it was 40.
Yeah. Yeah.
That isn't to say this health situation is good.
No.
I believe there was a refill above Dre. I didn't see if that was.
Yeah,
that's pretty easy. Just through Cack Alley.
All right, 30 supers for Carter here. It's nice news for him. Gonna take the save though on the way. Ooh, there's a plasma.
Really big. This Dragon fight was already not too bad, but now it's completely trivial.
Okay, got like a million supers at this point, dude.
That's kind of bad news for Carter though. Not really going to be able to leverage all the supers that they ended up getting.
Yeah, the extra supers are not going to come in handy for him compared to Desseler.
I guess they're going to come in handy for Ridley, potentially. It's still possible we never find Varia. But we're also not super close on health to do a Varialist endgame. There's a couple tanks before Mother Brain.
Yeah.
I believe, like the little middle door at the bottom of West Ocean. It's usually the exit, had that double tank. Yeah,
karterfreak unfortunately having to take a pit stop here to refill his health. And a good quick kill there from Desseler.
Didn't want to take any chances. I probably should be major first though at Mama Turtle. That's okay.
Yeah. He did probably the safest play, so.
Honestly, that power bomb is probably what Desseler was hoping to find. It's pretty good for karterfreak though. That will be 15. So Crystal Flash will be available.
Yeah, he has 25, 35, 10, so that's full go mode at his side. And I mean, with charge, it's still go mode.
And then we have charge ice plasma, so it doesn't matter. But
yeah, it's just nicer, I guess, type of faster go mode type of thing. More Ridley capable, I guess.
There's that screw attack behind grade. I believe that was.
Yep. Yeah.
Was that a criteria I saw? Bottom, like far bottom right?
Yeah, there's criteria is on the right side of Decora, and Wreck Chip is at the bottom of Decora through a sand hall.
And then obviously there's the Meridia we know about. So
yeah,
Ridley's hiding at one of these locations. It's always fun.
There we go. Slightly slower drag on there from Carter. Did not get the one round like Desseler did with the upshot there. But still just fine. Not terribly slow. And he skips the power bombs, actually. He's like, no, I don't need any more X's. I'm good. Saves a little time on that.
Yeah, the incredibly rare situation where a power bomb is actually really useful for Carter.
Yeah,
we do not see
the CF would be good.
There's a decent chance that they spark up Aqueduct and get a 40th super pack with charged plasma, of course.
Yeah.
Actually, Desseler's also hunting for X's. Really wants to get to that 30 supers for a our Ridley fight.
They're getting kind of low on super, so we will expect quite a bit more power bombs at this point.
Well, it's a Crystal Flash.
Yep.
Guess they're gonna use some of these reserves. Be safe.
Yeah. There is one more X down there if he wants it. It's in another heated room, so would probably have to Crystal Flash to get down there if he wants it.
Looks like Carter's gonna ice clip for this tank past baby. We'll get a little bit trolled by the reserve in the short term. Oh, never mind. They're not gonna go for it. I was gonna say the reserve is actually pretty good for Ridley, as you know, because your health stops while you're being grabbed. So as long as you grab before the reserves pop, it makes the end of the fight a lot nicer.
I heard there was X-ray tech for that in the map Rando Discord. If you like select X-ray as you're getting grabbed, you can use X-ray to stop the drain while you're getting grabbed. But I haven't tried it myself, so.
There's always X-ray tech, isn't there?
Yeah, I know. X-ray is good for everything. All right. Here's a new zone for our runners in Criteria, and there's Ridley. Okay.
Well, that's
a thing, certainly.
Unfortunately, the health not really working out for either runner. If Carter went to Criteria initially, which
he's going up to Trade now.
Oh, Trade.
Like.
I knew that.
He went up the wrong way. He's towards Trade, but the wrong way. All right. There's not many tanks here.
That was not great.
Not too many tanks in the general Brinstar area. Could go down to Wrecked Ship. There's a tank down pit. We'll probably head that way. Maybe Wrecked Ship has some tanks, hopefully for him. That's probably what he's hoping for.
Seems reasonable.
We'll see if the map's any good for him. He also needs preferably another super here for Ridley.
That would be nice, for sure.
All right.
Noting, I guess it won't matter, because as soon as Ridley is dead, we're not continuing into Criteria, but since the only entrance to the area is Ridley locked, can be a Varia there. I guess there could be an entrance in Meridia.
Yeah. So. That's true. With a wrap there. All right.
While Desseler's going through a lot of fun rooms here, that screw attack is going to pay for itself just in this one room, honestly. Because it was so cheap to get behind Crade.
Yep. All right. What do we get here towards this map? Worst room in the game. Always a fun one to see. Map not too far away. Hopefully can be kind and maybe provide a refill. No refill, really. That's a pretty bad farm in the other gauntlet room here.
And there's no, there's nowhere else to go. This is the end of the road.
Nope. He's got to go back through worst room, back through.
Save?
Yes, he did.
Nothing here.
No, there's a couple tanks at the bottom there. If he really wants to, they're pretty far away. First room, so.
This is gross. I really don't want to be in this area.
No.
I don't know if Desseler has a good reset out though. It doesn't look like it because that looks like they're just legging it back.
Right. So we're gonna try Meridia for karterfreak here.
Yeah, I think this is a bit more promising. I didn't see how close the map was. If I remember correctly, it's not very close.
Yeah, no, it's sort of just straight up.
Not that bad.
And to the right a little bit.
That is not an elevator.
Just some nice heated room. That's unfortunate.
It just keeps getting better, doesn't it?
Yeah, we're getting some nice rooms around here. All right. Goes through Frog. Decent farm here.
Worst farm ever, if that's our only option.
Yeah. Gets Turian side hoppers into another up door. Croc Speedway.
Well, that is not looking promising either.
No. Into Key Hunters. That's Musketeers. So another excellent room to find for.
The seat's been nice with the heated rooms until now, but
yeah,
not gonna last forever.
All All right, he is abandoning this a little bit, taking some farm. Maybe gonna try that. Actually, I don't think the right side's very good there with those two rooms on the side, so probably head back to the left towards the other key hunters. Desseler's up to 6 tanks now, so
3 and
you
3.
can do everything at this point.
I mean, this isn't the worst Ridley fight if you want to just send it, but I don't think there's a great save beforehand.
Yeah, let's see what we
a
have
little
before
awkward.
Ridley. Criteria goes into Brinstar. Yeah, the save is like Everest, so that is not friendly. That's pretty far. You gotta go Everest, Aqueduct, Decora, so not the friendliest for sure. He's collecting missiles. Still would prefer one more super for sure. Would make it the fastest fight, but very doable with missiles here. His beam probably both the same as missiles at this point, I would think, give or take.
After farming the Puyo pile for about a minute, Carter finally got enough health to get up key shaft. There's a nice farm here. If they want, and they do.
Yes, they do. He's pretty close to the map now, though. It should just be almost straight up from the up door in this room.
Yeah, unfortunately, the distance traveled plus the ice beam means there's a lot of health lost in between each drop.
Yeah.
This is promising.
Yeah.
Nice map, and a lot of branching paths that could be Arvaria.
Let's see what we got here.
Yeah, those two majors, that's Varia and Wave.
Yep. So he's got full beam and Varia if he wants it.
The problem is, I think Carter gets baited into doing Turian here, because Carter has not seen Ridley yet.
Oh, that's true. That would be unfortunate. Well, so it'll come down to how comfortable Desseler is with this Ridley, I guess. The 3+3 Ridley with only 25 supers here.
Is Carter actually going straight to T?
That would be interesting after seeing those two majors.
Like that play. Yeah, Carter's only missing those two majors.
Yeah, those are the last two. I mean, getting the information's fine. Did he save before leaving? Yeah, he must have, right? I would not do sports spawn here. I'd be like, heck no. I am not doing
Yeah, like, maybe not.
It's like, nah, I'm good. Turian can have its bosses. I'm leaving. Going the other way. There's another T connector back there, too, so...
Yeah, I wonder if that's what Carter is looking at, trying to get to those majors through that other T connection.
Oh, true. But, yeah, he could do it the other way.
I don't like it. I don't know.
No. It's pretty rough, but... Okay, Desseler's heading looks like directly into Ridley. Does not look like he saved at all. Yeah, he's second-guessing it. He's thinking. Okay, let's see how he does here. Doesn't have full supers. Hopefully he gets a drop here. That will make it a lot better. Is looking for that drop. Unfortunately, does not get it.
Okay, so there's nothing in T, and Carter doesn't even take the other exit. So I don't...
Yeah, getting back to Bubble Mountain this way isn't friendly.
There's a
tank here. I mean, I'd much prefer him to get the majors, wouldn't you?
Is there something we missed on the map? Like something not doable?
I mean, he has speed, ice, there's pants and
what could possibly not be doable here?
Climb supers. Like, he can do everything. Like, he goes up, climb supers, he gets the major, and then he goes through the one-way pants room. He's fine. As long as you don't die through the heater room. So there's ice snake room there. And then
bubble. I didn't see what happened, by the way. It looked like Desseler did go for that Ridley and didn't save.
Oh, yeah, he didn't save in Everest. That is unfortunate. Yeah,
Didn't
it's a
save after
difficult
those
fight there.
two tanks as well. They grabbed at the
Yeah,
bottom
that's
of
a
Rick's ship.
big loss there. Carter is heading down now without the two majors. This is aggressive.
I don't know if aggressive is the word I'd use. Honestly, I would just say mistake.
Yeah, that is like when you only have two majors to go, and they're not that far out of the way. You're in Bull Mountain. There's 2 rooms between you and a major. So, and then 2 rooms to the next major. So, it's pretty iffy right now. Did he not go down the pit? He didn't go down the pit to that E-tank either. That is extra surprising.
I think the nerves are getting to our runners here.
Yeah, unfortunately. I really don't like the... He doesn't know where...
It's an elimination match, as mentioned.
Yeah. This is potentially karterfreak's last game here.
Desseler can't even get back with this health, by the way.
No, he can't spark up here, can he? He needs to farm.
Nope. I guess you can farm the Evers.
Yeah, you could if you wanted to. Okay, Carter's going to find Ridley and be kind of annoyed that he didn't pick up those majors or the E-tank.
I mean, they can still reset to the Red Tower elevator save.
That's true. You can
find
reset
Ridley
right back to the
right here.
Meridia.
Just right here.
Like, he has a save right in the Caterpillar room. Like, he has a save in Caterpillar room right now, so he could reset right back to there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Grab the
Red Tower
majors.
elevator.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Yeah, surely we're not walking back.
He might just be getting this tank. Is he getting the tank then going straight back up? That's my guess in what he's doing right here. And it looks like that's the play. He's going for the tank then right back up. I mean, if he's confident in his Ridley fight with 37 supers, that's okay. 4 and I don't remember.
A 5-tank Ridley fight with this many supers, where you don't have to worry about potentially missing a couple.
That is, that's not too bad.
Very doable. It's rough doing it without a good save. If you die, you have to get the tank again. Go all the way back to Ridley again.
Yeah.
You need 6 tanks for Mother Brain. Chad is correct about that. But there are 2 tanks right before Mother Brain. Because there's the connected to West Ocean, there's the Bryn Reserve Room with 2 O's. Right. So technically could be 3 tanks.
He's not going directly into Ridley, so I kind of like that play at least. Not just.
Is this just like a save play?
I think so. It's definitely not going back for the majors at this point because he grabbed that tank.
What a situation we find ourselves in.
Yeah, this is it's a bit rough for our runners. Yeah, if Desseler got that Ridley kill, he would have been gone to Mother Brain right now, but unfortunately took the death, and without the save, he didn't want to do it again.
There was also, chat pointing it out, there was the reserve that was past baby skip, which would be greatly beneficial to Carter right now. It could have potentially gone for that. And if Ridley doesn't go well, I wouldn't be surprised to see Carter go for that O, just for one more tank. Yeah. And the reserve is so big. It's like 2 tanks, basically, for Ridley, as mentioned.
Yeah. Doesn't even have to worry about the refill either. It's right before the Ridley here, but let's see how he does with the 37 super. We'll just be mashing that fire button, I would expect.
Looking good so far.
High jump so far, yeah. Alright. Just has to get 7. Down to 7 here. Ooh,
oh, man.
That's a reset. Unfortunate.
That was looking good, too. If that wasn't a grab, and Carter was able to get to the left side pogo and get an easy finish, that was really close.
Yeah. At least the save isn't like... It's not super bad. The rooms aren't ultra slow like some of other rooms.
Yeah, the pre-Brinstar map is kind of annoying. Where is Desseler off to? I wonder.
Yeah, that will be interesting.
Getting more supers, maybe?
Yeah, maybe hitting up
There
some
are
X's.
quite a
there's
few
lots of
X's over
supers
here. And there's
You
the
might grab this tank, dude. Yeah,
we get double BT fight. Hold.
couple tanks here, few X's. We'll be up to like I think 40, same as Carter here. All right, second Ridley fight for Carter here. Good start so far. Getting that extra long pogo there. Got a little hit there, but with gravity, he does have the extra.
This isn't enough. He
Yeah,
needed
no.
to get an insta grab there.
He's annoyed at himself. He sort of dipped his head there, I could tell. The little
It was
nod.
really close.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Needs pretty flawless here.
Yeah, there's one more tank in Big Pink for desseler to grab if he so desires.
Yeah. Yeah. A few more X's this way too, so makes it a lot more possible to do. All right, third fight for karterfreak here.
Yeah, don't want to miss any health
you want
here.
all the health. You want all the health you can get. It's a slightly different pattern this time than the loop. I think that's better for him.
Yeah, this is way better for Carter.
Yeah. Yeah, he should get it this time.
Oh, he jumped too early though.
No, too soon. Too soon.
That was it. It rushed it.
He rushed it. Yeah.
They tried to go too fast.
All right. He still has probably one or two more attempts before desseler gets back here. But he's getting close now, and the desseler will have a much easier fight at this point than Carter will.
Yeah, an extra tank plus having reserves.
Yeah. Yeah, this is rough. They got to feel the pressure right now because of just the tournament match, and then you don't know where your opponent is. You know,
I mean, desseler's not feeling good either. Remember,
no,
he died to Ridley first.
Yeah, that's really bad.
And
so
it has taken a while to get back.
Yeah, the lack of save, unfortunately. Could start again here for Carter here.
Yeah, this is the pattern you want.
Yeah.
Really gonna pogo?
Yeah. Ooh, takes a fireball. That's fine. Fireball's okay. Oh, he takes the hit. Rough. Just having no chance those pickups, but looks like they'll get to Ridley near the same time again.
Yeah,
desseler taking the save,
slightly farther away save.
Yeah. Carter is going to go for a E tank. I think he sees the tank over in baby. He's going to go for it.
Yeah, that reserve again going to be really clutch.
Yeah, it's going to help.
The problem is desseler's caught up now, so
yeah, he's ahead again. So
if desseler
come down to this
Ridley, then this should be a comfortable lead.
Yeah. All right. See, can Carter do the baby skip? No, he's not going to. That's fine.
They're even trying it.
You know, he's taking damage instead. That's fine.
The classic skip. Facing left towards the tank. They're on a mission here.
All right.
A 45th super.
45 and a reserve. He's probably happy to see the reserve, but kind of like, okay, I didn't get the refill, so it's interesting.
Yeah, just have to make sure you don't faceplant into a cactus.
Yeah. All right.
This is so far, like a really strong Ridley fight from desseler, by the way.
Yeah. Ooh, took a miss, but as long as he doesn't take a hit or two here. Oh, I think that's it. That's all for
that one's
desseler.
On that's a caster curse and a half.
Please, Dirt. Don't do this to our runners. They're pretty tied now, though.
Yeah, just like that, we're pretty much synced up. Carter's gonna get the save.
It'll be up to
Desseler's
whether
gonna
Carter
be a
can
little bit
cleanly
ahead.
get down here. Yeah. It's really close now. He's still low on health on Carter,
Well,
but
we got the
as soon
refill.
as he gets to that refill, he's fine. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Let's see here. Okay. Through the refill
Oh
for
my
Desseler.
goodness.
Into the refill for Carter. They're neck and neck here. They're same room. Just like beginning versus end of the room here.
Yeah, it didn't have to be like this, but I'm glad it.
No,
I'm glad it was. I'm glad this is
yeah,
our
it's-
situation now.
Yeah.
Really not being nice to either of them.
Let's see. Both of them can get through here though. Hard to keep track of everything with both Riddlers going on.
Yeah, Desseler did get that pause off. That's critical. You can lower the reserves to around 80.
Looks like Carter thinks
Desseler's
he
through.
is done.
Carter's through.
Yeah,
Didn't even need the reserve, of
Ooh.
course.
Yeah. This time, of course, he gets it fine. They're both done at almost the exact same time here. That is so close right now. Carter, you know where Mother Brain is. Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going?
Oh my god.
Did he forget? Did he forget where Mother Brain was?
I think so. I think so. I don't know what
think
else
he's overlooking.
Carter's doing here.
Oh, that's bad for him.
Oh no.
Not like this. They're so close. That's why he's probably checking every map. He didn't know where things. He just forgot. Oh. He's taking his saves. Keep his Ridley kill no matter what. Yeah, this is just unfortunate for him. Just forgot where.
There's their Mother Brain. Past ship.
Forgot where Mom is.
Oh my god, the heartbreak.
Yeah, no one needs tanks right now. They're both at 6, and he gets the last map. Yeah.
Here's the frantic scroll through everything.
Panic scroll. Yeah. Oh, he didn't scroll Bryn very well.
Norfair.
Yeah, don't think he scrolled very well there. He saw that Wreck Chip didn't have map, so I think that's where he's heading.
Oh.
Unfortunately.
Oh no. It was so close. We synced back up at the Ridley.
Yeah.
It's tough. No other way to put it.
You don't want to see it.
Just gotta go through the heated room.
Yeah, you want to see them both do well being so close, but happens to everyone, I think. Especially with tournament nerves.
Yeah, I mean, after how many times did Carter die to Ridley? 4? Maybe?
Yeah.
It's hard to make optimal decisions after that happens.
Yeah, he's going to a Wreck Chip. He saw that Wreck Chip wasn't mapped, so he's going to complete his map. Unfortunately for him.
A little surprised that Desseler didn't go for those tanks.
Mm-hmm.
Been talking about it for the entire seed, basically.
Yeah, they've been hanging out here, you know.
Desseler's got
enough. Does have enough. He does. As long as he doesn't take hits. Yeah, well, the brain's easy. Just don't take damage. It's fine. At least he has ice.
Just dodge the attack.
Yeah, it's easy. No issues. He does have 40 supers, though, so that makes the fight extremely fast.
Yeah, not a lot of attacks to dodge because it goes so quickly.
Yeah, you should only get 1 or 2 Mother Brain attacks if she's being kind.
Yeah. The ketchup's easy to dodge if you're awake. Desseler is shocked that he's still going. You can see that reaction. That's how is my opponent not done yet?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with the shambles he's had, he's like, what's happening here? And there's a map for Carter. He's got all of them there. So take your time, scroll your maps.
Of course, Norfair is the last map on the menu.
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
Oh, that was a bad overlook for him. And escape. Get your timers in now. 20 seconds, maybe.
Yeah, we just got to go down Plasma Spark, right?
Yep.
Exactly.
Just right around the corner here. Yep.
Plasma Pirates aren't home to guard the escape.
Nope.
So, Desseler takes it home, finishing with an official time of 104.46, and will take the series against karterfreak 2-0 to stay alive in the gold bracket.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Definitely a close match, though. Could have gone either way with some slight differences, some little better Riddlers. If that Riddler was being nice, you know.
Yeah, Carter hasn't forfeited officially, but have to assume that is coming, as we are joined by karterfreak. GG's.
Oh. GG's.
I usually open interviews asking how the runner's feeling, but I can imagine you don't know what the answer is here.
Mm-hmm.
I just overlooked a bunch of stuff and kept missing stuff on the map and kept going the wrong way. So
Yeah.
I was trying to shorten the time I was looking at the map, and honestly that ended up biting me in the butt. So
Yeah. Yeah, we were wondering what you're doing going Turian without the two majors there. But,
going to touring with the two majors.
Yeah, there was a couple majors in Meridia, the last two that you didn't have, so.
Joined by Desseler as well. GG's.
Oh, GG's. Oh, what a 2 seed.
So, yeah. That was definitely some interesting race, that last one from you two. You synced up in a lot of places in that seed, and vastly different runs, for sure.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I knew both of those runs, or both of our runs on that second seed was going to be so different. Just based on, if you go left at the start, you don't get gravity. If you go right at the start, you get gravity. Yeah, I thought I was cooked after I died to Ridley and went and had that save back in Wreck Ship.
Yeah.
But gosh, oh my gosh.
No, that was pretty rough watching that, for sure. The not saving your two tanks, then heading straight back. It was.
Yeah. Yeah, and I realized, I think if I were to do it again, I would maybe do that route again. I would just save either in Wreck Ship or Brinstar. Like, in my mind, both of those saves were much further away than they actually were. So I think I would still go for that same play if I did that. I ended up collecting all of the big pink items and the E-tanks over there in Norfair in the end. But I skipped them initially because I thought I had to make up time. So I skipped them in hopes that I would either find Varia later on or find enough E-tanks later on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys both ran into Ridley in Criteria immediately.
Yep.
Which was like just abrupt change in your plans there.
Yeah, it's
Carter went to Meridia before hitting Ridley, and ended up hitting Turian too before that.
Oof.
So
had you gotten all the other bosses by the time you went to Meridia and started looking for Ridley?
He was all done with everything. Both of you guys cleared them all out before that.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I mean, both of those seeds, like, after the early game, we both had Norfair very close by, so I think it makes sense to go to Norfair there. I think on the first seed, I went to Norfair early, and then I found I think it was Ridley. It was no. I found Kraid there right next to Mother Brain, and then I was just like, oh, if Carter went to Brinstar early, and then came back to Norfair to find Mother Brain, like it's over. But yeah,
You guys took a very similar route. First game, the big difference was Carter got Varia going up to like beach or something, up a couple elevators, which was a pretty good detour, but it did save him a little time, but not quite enough.
yeah.
Desseler had some issues with some of the heated runs through like Worst Room, where you had the Crystal Flash, but luckily you had the ammo.
Yeah.
But yeah, the second game, you guys both diverted so much, it was interesting. Because Desseler, you got super missiles first, whereas Carter got power bombs first, which is so rare to see that completely different juxtaposition of like, okay, I guess both are accessible.
There was a Desseler fought Kraid and Carter fought Fantoon. So you both had one boss, but they're very different locations.
Yeah, I think fighting Kraid early, I was hoping that progression was behind Kraid. I don't think. I think it was like a spring ball or something. No, it wasn't.
Screw.
Yeah, screw attack. Which ended up being very helpful later in the game. But fighting Kraid with only 5 missiles does take some time. But yeah, it was. It was lots of blinding. Didn't know whether to go up, whether to go down in Brinstar. Yeah.
The maps were pretty hellish to get in that first seed. You guys, I know the Norfair one was Fantoon Lot, where Carter did the 5 missile fight, and then you had the 5 missile Kraid fight. So it was just, you guys both had those awful fights to do.
Yeah.
And then you tried the lava dive once through to Bryn map, but unfortunately, just a little too much.
Yeah, it was. I think I did lava dive. I think I would have turned around if not for that pivot save that I'm sure we both used a lot in Brinstar. Hold on, I'm looking at the map now. But yeah, I was honestly, especially since I didn't have a lot of E-tanks, I was just happy that lava dive was out of the essentially the room pool for me to run into later. Just with like just imagining if Ridley was behind lava dive or something, and I still only had gravity and 6 E-tanks. It's just been awful. And with how far it diverted, it was like, okay, I need to go find power bombs before I'm ever going to get this Brinstar map. So it ended up being a blessing in disguise. Dying to lava room, but yeah, lots of heated rooms. I almost waited to fight Dragon until after looking for Ridley, but I realized that having those X's and the major up there next to Dragon would be nice to have for going to look for Ridley, and I think they ended up being very helpful.
No, you guys were doing Ridley at the exact same time at the end of that second seed. It was just
finished Ridley at basically the same time, and then
and then I overlooked Mother Brain.
Oh no!
Indeed.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. We were talking about that just before you got here. It was just
I know from my own gameplay, I have, I think, just from this bracket, like, I definitely lost to Jack because I made the mistake of overlooking quite a few things. And even with my match with Draki, I overlooked Dragon in that, but it ended up didn't costing me. So it's definitely something that I've been taking more map time just to make sure I don't overlook something. And then having that be my base, and then improving my map time from there. But I don't know if you noticed, but I paused for a long time at the beginning, because there was so much map in the first seed. There was so much map left. There's like a major there, a couple of X's, and I was like, okay, I can access none of this, and I have to go to either Meridia or Turian. I paused so many times just to make sure I wasn't overlooking something.
Oh, yeah, there's like the bottom left major, the far left X. It's just all not gettable.
Yeah, one of them
and then you
was
can't even
from
really
Speedway.
justify going back for it either.
Yeah. Yeah, so I feel that I have definitely overlooked stuff. And it hurts.
Yeah, everyone does it at some point in map Rando. Like, it just happens. So,
Yeah.
you guys both played extremely well. Ridley took a chunk out of both of you that seed, unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh, Ridley. Can never practice Ridley enough.
No, you can't.
Oh, jeez. I felt comfortable with it just because I have practiced low energy tank, like 25 and 30 supers, and also having high jump and screw attack helps a lot. But Ridley still got me.
Just earlier this week, I did 2+2 against Ridley. So
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you think you've done it before, and you're like, "No, I can do this." But he's just like, "No, not this time."
Yeah.
There was a couple times I did have him, but I unfortunately jumped into his claws at the wrong time.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, you hate to
that
see
a couple
it.
times. It was. Yeah, you were doing it without a reserve too, so that was you even had a harder time. So
the worst part about it is that I went and, after like dying like 5 times, I went and got the reserve, and then I didn't even need it for the fight.
Yeah, you did it without. I was just like, that's of course how it happens, right? You get the extra safety, and you're like, I didn't need this. Why did I need this?
Yep. You go out of your way to save, then you get it first try, etc.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, thank you all for commentating, tracking, streaming all this. I really appreciate it. It takes a lot to run this tournament. I've been having a lot of fun, and I'm just very thankful for everybody. Thank you, Carter, for being my opponent. Yeah.
I had fun. Despite not really feeling too great about how I played in this set, I did have fun. I guess I'm going down to the silver bracket now.
Yeah.
I believe so. Yeah. Have not looked at your opponent, but desseler been going on a bit of a lower bracket run here, running into Tillymorph next, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. I've got to play Tillymorph here. See how that goes.
How are you feeling about that one?
I'm not super certain. I've definitely been focusing on the my cat is nibbling at my feet. I've definitely been focusing on the match in front of me, so I'll definitely have to start thinking about fighting Tilly.
Yeah, I don't think the silver bracket's all finalized yet, so we won't know your opponent yet, Carter, for a little bit at least. Soon, though. I think there's only one more match to go, so won't be long now.
Yeah.
But we wish you both the best of luck going forward.
Thank you. Good games. Thank you all
Good
again
games.
for everything, for hosting this and commentating, tracking it. Yeah.
So, looking at our upcoming races, I believe we've got one going on right now on SG4, Gameaholic versus, I don't know how to pronounce this name, Jaquio?
Jacquio or something? I don't know.
Yeah, I need to finish watching, go back and watch Aussie versus Spiffy.
Yeah, that was on earlier today.
Yeah.
That VOD is available. I believe that was on SG Main for those interested. We've got plenty of other high-profile races going on throughout the week. Tomorrow, we've got Sponge versus Nitro. Friday, we've got Lopter Nito. Eddie Nevdy. Link's Relics is also on Thursday.
Hmm.
A lot of hype races going on, so you are not going to want to miss all the action we are bringing.
Yeah, I've been loving watching all of these matches.
Yeah,
Love a good
should
tournament.
be great.
That is going to do it for us today, though. So, Change, you want to close us out?
Yeah, see you all next mission. Stay tuned in for all the Rando goodness.
Thank you all so much. See you later.